What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Topic of Discussion. I am your host, Miles Berry, and without further introduction, let's get right into it. So today, I want to speak on tough times, okay? If you're new to this podcast, welcome, okay? Most of the things that I talk about are relating to going through things, tough times, getting through it. I just try to motivate us because I feel like when we're happy, when things are going well, we know what to do. We're happy. You know what I'm saying? Live your best life. Keep it going. Keep it pushing. But I like to use this podcast to speak about the times when we're trying to get there, the process to get there, pushing through, the extra push, motivation, setting boundaries, getting your mind together, your habits, consistency, patience. Like my channel is focused more so on the process to get to your happiness, because I feel like once you reach your happiness, you already know what to do. Just stay consistent, keep doing what you're doing, and remember the process that you took to get there, and keep those same habits moving forward, right? So therefore, that's why I don't really speak on that too much, because I'd rather focus on the things that we go through on the daily, which is part of the process to get there. Because the process sometimes is the hardest part, because it's the part that takes the longest. But like I said, it's beauty in the process. So that's why I speak on that. So going back to what I said the topic for today was, which was tough times, okay? And also with tough times, I'm going to tie it into relying on bad habits, right? You want to change, but you're relying on bad habits to change. So I'm going to tie both of them together, okay? This video is not going to be too long, probably like 20 minutes or less, okay? So without further introduction, let's get right into it. Okay, so through life, we are going to have, again, the roller coaster of emotions. We're going to have a roller coaster of just life in general, where we're up and down, we're up and down, we're up and down, right? So once you learn how to balance your emotions, that roller coasters of your emotions will kind of wave out, right? And we ride a steady wave. So regardless, as I mentioned on another episode, regardless of how our emotions waver, if they're up, if they're down, we already know how to balance that mentally. So therefore, it doesn't cost us to go up and down and it'd be so dramatic, right? So regardless of the things that we go through, we have taken time to understand who we are as an individual to get through tough times, right? And to understand that life is always going to be lifing, which means things are going to happen in life that we have no control over, but at the same time, we have to get through it if we want to continue living our life, right? Because as I mentioned, time stops for nobody. And through our time here on this earth, we're going to go through situations where we lose people, where things don't go our way, where we lose jobs, where we make financial mistakes, or we're working on financial stability. We're working on getting our life together. We're working on rekindling relationships or getting into better relationships. Like, all throughout life, we're going to be working on these things, but through the process of all these things, time never stops, right? So now, sometimes we feel like we're behind, or we don't feel like we got our life together, but the world is moving here, and here. But remember what I just said, time stops for nobody. So just because the world is moving, you're still alive. So you just have to win your race. Not the world's race, but your race, right? Right? So that's how I look at the situation. And as time keeps going by and as situations continue to happen in our life, our job is to make the best of the situation, to stay positive, to remember the habits that we gain through our downfalls, the ups and downs from the roller coaster, that we are now balanced with our emotions, now that we can ride a steady way, so we're not wavered so much on when things happen, or we're not strayed away from our habits that we already know now, because we took time to learn ourselves. So we're not strayed away from that when we go through tough times, right? So we still ride this steady wave. Regardless of anything that's going on in our life, regardless of if we lose somebody, regardless of if we lose a great relationship, what we thought was a great relationship, we're wavering, right? We ride the wave. Our emotions stay here. Our emotions stay here, because once they stay here like this, we're able to get ourselves back on track easier and faster than if you're like this. You might be down, so to get back up, you got to go all the way up here. then when you're down, oh my gosh, you fall so far down. We're finding that balance. We're finding that balance, and that's all that we're trying to do in life. And that balance keeps us from breaking. It keeps us from losing ourselves every time that we go through something, right? So that's tough times, right? And as I was just mentioning, there are going to be a lot of things that we face in life that we have no control over, but through tough times, it's going to make us stronger, it's going to make us better, and it's going to have us have a different perspective on life. And I feel like it's all part of our process. But through our process, we're going to have to go through certain things that we may not enjoy, we may not like, we might have a hard time getting through it, but it's still part of our process, right? And through our process, you can either let it make you or break you. You can let it make you and make you a better person, a better individual, or you can let it break your character. And it brings you out of character of who you are. And you know that's not who you are, but you're going through tough times, so your emotions are coming out and making you act in a way that you don't usually act. But you feel that emotions, you feel these emotions coming out of you, but at the same time, you really don't care because of how you feel. You're putting that over everything, right? And I want us to put ourselves over everything in the sense of don't lose who you are. It's okay to cry. It's okay to go through hard times. It's okay to be trying to get your life together. It's okay to be going through a divorce when things didn't work. It's okay to be going through the curveballs and hard pain and frustration and stress that life is going to throw at us. It's okay to go through all of that. But all I'm saying is balance your emotions. And sometimes you ever seen somebody go through something and they're breathing, right? That's like their coping mechanism. Like that's the way that they heal. It's like deep breath, like deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. We're right here. You get what I'm saying? So everybody has a different process to get through things and how they process things, right? One second. Okay. Sorry. Okay, everybody has a different way that they process things. So our job is when we go through the grieving stage or we're going through processing things that are taking a toll on our lives, as we go through all these things in life, I just want you to understand what do you need to do for yourself to make sure that you don't lose who you are in the process of this, right? And everybody's answer is going to be different. That's why I'm not saying a specific answer. I want you to think about that for yourself. And when things happen in your life, apply that so you don't lose yourself and you can be there. I need you present. We need you present. And just because somebody can be going out your life or we can lose people in our life, yes, it takes a toll on us. But at the same time, remember that life is always going to go on and life is always going to happen, and everybody on this earth has a date that they're going to die, right? And that's why I speak about cherishing moments, because sometimes we don't understand how important moments were, how important people were, how important our relationship was until we lose people. And I really try to speak on it now because it took me a long time to understand, and I hate it took me this long. But even though I got it now, it's like, all right, don't be so mad at yourself. Just try to apply it the best way that you can now. Yes, I wish it would have came sooner, but just apply it. And what that is saying that, what I was just saying, that everybody doesn't live forever. So cherish these people that you truly love, in your life. These relationships with maybe with your parents, with your grandparents, with friends, with family. Like, remember to cherish these people in your life, because the last thing that you want to do is be standing over a coffin, crying, mad at yourself, wishing that you could have had a better relationship when you had every opportunity to do that while they were still alive. And I feel like that can be one of my biggest regrets, you know. And so I'm trying to change moving forward. And I'm a work in progress, you know. But I'm trying to change moving forward because I feel that now, you know. And I understand that now. And I wish I understood that sooner. But at the same time, I can't go back in time, but I can change what's going on in my present state and what's going on now. So I'm trying to make that change, right? With that said, going to the second topic that I named today was, all right, so my bad, y'all. So the first topic was tough times, right? So I'm tying that into relying on bad habits, right? And I chose relying on bad habits because through tough times, if you rely on your bad habits, it's going to be hard to get through the process. It's going to be hard to get through the process of grieving. It's going to be hard to get through the process of coming back to the best version of yourself, or just healing, or just getting through everything that you're going through if you're relying on bad habits, right? So our job is to change our habits. Our job is to grow as an individual. Our job is to think positive. Our job is to move in a better way and create a better version of ourselves as we go through our life. So if we're not doing that, that means we're taking like 2 steps back every time we should be taking 2 steps forward. So now we're behind on life, but we're not behind on society, we're just behind on our life. So with that said, if you're not moving forward, if you're not progressing, if you're not improving every day, I feel like you're doing something wrong, because every single day that you wake up, you should be doing something to better yourself. Even if it's the smallest thing to the biggest thing, you should be taking baby steps, huge steps, adult steps, whatever the case is. You should be taking some type of step to improve your life on a daily basis. And if you're not doing that, you need to reflect, and you need to have a long talk with that reflection in the mirror, which is yourself, and understand what you need to be doing with your life. The things that you need to take, the route that you need to take for your life. Maybe you need to pray. Maybe you need to sit down and isolate yourself. But you need to take time to understand, why am I not moving forward and improving every single day I wake up? Why am I not staying consistent? Why am I not being the best version of myself? Why do I feel like I'm losing everybody around me? Because sometimes when we lose everybody around us, we always say, okay, well, those people weren't good for it. But how often do we take time and look at ourselves in the mirror and understand who we are? Because sometimes I looked at myself in the mirror and understood, okay, yes, I lost everybody. Oh, okay, maybe they weren't good for me. No, I needed to change my ways, and I was the one pushing everybody away. And I didn't even realize it. I was pushing everybody away without realizing that I was doing that, until I isolated myself, talked to God, and had to go through I had to go through some things. I had to go through some hardships. I had to go through some pain. I had to go through life, which was a lot. But at the same time, I learned, yes, some people need to leave out my life, but at the same time, I also pushed some people out my life that I wasn't even realizing that I was pushing. But at the same time, I was relying on bad habits to rekindle good relationships, and that messed me up. Right? So, as we move forward in life, I just want you to think about the things that you do on a daily basis, the habits, the mindset that you take forward every day. What are the different things that you can change throughout your day, your daily routine? What can you change to be a better version of yourself? What can you change to be a healed version of yourself? What can you change to get through this grieving process? What can you do better? I want you to feel pain. I want you to know that life is going to life, and we're going to feel. We need to feel. Feel that. Feel that. Face reality. But at the same time, I want you to understand that you're going to get through this. Right? You're going to get through this. And it's part of the process of your journey, and it's part of the process of life. And sometimes the process in life is difficult. Sometimes the process in life, we shed some tears, we go through some pain, we go through some loss, we go through some grieving, we go through every emotion trying to get through life, because it's so much that we go through in a lifespan. Right? We go through so much in a lifespan, and the process is different for everybody. And I want us to understand that it's okay to feel. It's okay to cry. It's okay to go through things. But at the same time, don't lose who you are as a person, right? Because we prepared for these things. Like I said on another episode, I don't feel like we prepared as in we knew this was going to happen. But through the things that we have gone through in life, we're prepared for this moment, because when we go through things, it builds our character, it builds our strength. We're able to handle things more because of the things that we had to go through in life, if that's what we wanted to go through or that's what life threw at us. But it makes us stronger, and we use that strength to better our life moving forward, to better the people around us, to better everybody that we come in contact with, including ourselves, and most importantly ourselves, right? So therefore, I just want you to think about those things, and I want you to continue to apply everything that I say into your life. And remember that whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. But remember, it's a process. Take your time through the process. But remember to face reality. Feel what you're going through. Shed some tears if you need to. But understand that you're going to get through this. Okay? Again, the topic for today was tough times and relying on bad habits. This has been Miles Berry. Topic of discussion. We out.